Hello friends, after the oxidation and the reduction reaction of the aldehyde and the ketone, we will start with the chemical properties of the aldehyde and the ketone, or the chemical reactions. Of aldehyde and the ketone. There are total 8 chemical properties of the aldehyde and the ketones are there. So first chemical reaction, it is with the HCN. It is known as a hydrogen cyanide, and the product whatever we are getting, it is known as a cyanohydrine. This is hydrogen cyanide and the product name is cyanohydrine. Second chemical reaction, it is with the NaHSO3. It is known as a sodium Na. H means bi, SO3 means sulfite. So it is sodium bisulfite. Third reaction, it is with alcohol. It is two-step reaction, this alcohol, and we are getting the first, in the step 1 we are getting hemiacetal, and in the step 2 we are getting the acetal. It means 2 times we have to add the alcohol in aldehyde. So we are getting hemiacetal in the step number 1 and only acetal in the step number 2. Fourth reaction, it is with the Grignard's reagent. When aldehyde and the ketone, it is react with the Grignard's reagent to form the alcohol. Fifth reaction is the ammonia derivatives. There are so many reactions are there in this fifth method. Ammonia derivative, it means either it is react with the hydrazine, as we have done already. Hydrazine formula is NH2NH2. Either phenyl hydrazine C6H5NH2. Either it is with the 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. That all are, it is the combined in the fifth reaction. Sixth chemical reaction, it is the haloform. Seventh is very important, aldol. Condensation reaction. And the eighth one is Cannizzaro-Rose reaction. So in this way there are the total 8 chemical reactions of aldehyde and ketone. The first one with HCN, hydrogen cyanide, with NaHSO3, sodium bisulfite, with alcohol, two-step reaction, with Grignard's reagent, with ammonia derivative, haloform reaction, aldol condensation, and the Cannizzaro-Rose reaction. So now we will start with one by one first. Suppose if we take the first one, suppose first example, if we take CH3COH. When aldehyde, it is react with HCN. Then how the addition takes place? It is just the addition reaction, no byproduct, because no substitution reaction. It is just added with each other. This addition reaction, so double bond remove to form a single bond. And this hydrogen, it is combined with this oxygen. So this double bond remove to single bond. So CH3C. Double bond becomes single bond OH. This hydrogen, it will remain as it is. What about this cyanide? This cyanide, it is combined to this carbon. So this cyanide, it is attached to the fourth valence of this carbon. So this product is known as the cyanohydrine. It is produced from the acetaldehyde. So it is known as acetaldehyde cyanohydrine. Suppose instead of acetaldehyde, if we take the acetone, CH3COCH3, then also the reaction will remain same. This hydrogen combined with this oxygen, double bond remove to form a single bond. So it becomes CH3, C single bond OH. This CH3 position also will remain same. And cyanide, it is attached to the fourth valency of the carbon. So the name of this compound is, it is from the acetone. So it is known as acetone cyanohydrine. This is about the first reaction, that is with the HCl. Now the second one is with the NaHSO3. This chemical reaction, it is also the addition reaction, no substitution. It is just added with each other. So suppose if we take first example, acetaldehyde, CH3COH plus NaHSO3. Now in this case, how the addition takes place first? Same thing, this double bond remove to form a single bond, and this hydrogen, it is added to this oxygen. So CH3CH, these three things will remain same. CH3CH, all these three. This double bond makes single bond and write OH. Now fourth valency of this carbon, we have two attached. That is, the two things are left. Na is left and SO3 is left. But now we cannot write NaSO3. It is absolutely wrong. Always we have to write, because sodium is a monovalent, so it is not attached with this carbon also and this sulfur. So always we have to write SO3 Na is there. So the product name, it is acetaldehyde sodium bisulfite. NaHSO3, if it is combined with the acetone, then also the product will remain the same. Instead of this H, we have to write CH3, and it will be the acetone sodium bisulfite. So this is about the second one. Now the third reaction it is with alcohol. Now in this case, alcohol, it is having the two-step reaction. When an aldehyde reacts with one molecule of the anhydrous monohydric alcohol in presence of the dry hydrogen chloride to give the alkoxy alcohol known as hemiacetal, and when it is further react with the more molecule of anhydrous monohydric alcohol to give geminal dialkoxy compound known as acetal is there. Suppose for this, if we take one of the example, suppose acetaldehyde, it is combined with alcohol, C2H5OH. Then first, how the addition takes place. This CH3CH, it will remain as it is. Now this hydrogen, it is again combined with this oxygen. So it forms the, instead of double bond, it forms a single bond, forms OH. Now what about the fourth valency of this carbon? Then to this fourth valency, we cannot write C2H5O. We have to write OC2H5. because oxygen is divalent, so it is attached with this carbon, with this bond, and it is attached with this C2H5 also. So we have to write always OC2H5. It is unstable. And again, one more thing, it is in presence of the dry hydrogen chloride. It is unstable. Hemiacetal we are getting. Now this hemiacetal, it is combined with the second molecule of the same alcohol, C2H5OH. Same thing in presence of dry hydrogen chloride. Then what do we get first? Now in this case, how the addition takes place. This H combined with this OH. So water molecule is given out. Now this CH3CH, it will remain as it is. CH3CH. This OC2H5, again it will remain as it is. OC2H5. But on this valency, O, and instead of hydrogen we have to put C2H5. So the compound name, it is known as what? It is known as it is the stable, and it is the acetal form. It's a stable. And both the alkoxy group attached to the same carbon. So it is known as a geminal alkoxy group is there. So the name of this compound is 1,1-diethoxy. 1,1-diethoxy ethane is there. As 11th standard, I told you that geminal means what? Two halogen atoms, it is, or the two functional group attached to the same carbon, then it is known as a geminal. And for that IUPAC name we are writing 1,1. So 1,1-diethoxy. Ethoxy, it means what? Ethane group is the ethyl group plus oxygen. So it is a diethoxy. And the ethane means what? CH3, one carbon, and this CH. So it is a 1,1-diethoxy ethane acetal we are getting stable from the acetaldehyde. So in this way, there is the addition will take place in case of the alcohol is there. And it is with the Grignard's reagent. Suppose the fourth one, Grignard's reagent, suppose if we take example acetaldehyde, CH3COH. If it is combined with CH3MgBr, now it's a Grignard's reagent, so the dry ether compulsory on the arrow. Then how the addition takes place? First, this double bond remove. H as it is, H position. This oxygen combined with this MgBr, OMgBr. And to this fourth valency, we have to attach the CH3. So this is, we are getting the Mg complex, unstable, which go on hydrolysis. So what do we get? CH3, it will remain as it is, CH3, CH, CH3 and O. Now Mg again is a divalent. One side Br, other side OH we have to write. And this hydrogen, it is combined with this oxygen. So this alcohol we are getting from the aldehyde by using the Grignard's reagent. The name of this alcohol is isopropyl alcohol is there. So in this way we are getting the alcohol from the aldehyde by using the Grignard's reagent by two-step reactions. Suppose instead of this acetaldehyde, if we take the acetone, then we are getting tertiary butyl alcohol. Suppose instead of the acetaldehyde, if we take the formaldehyde, then we get the ethanol. So in this all reaction we have done in the alcohol chapter, you refer that. Now the fifth reaction is with ammonia derivative. Now the fifth one, it is with the ammonia derivative. There are so many examples in your textbook given. It is with the NH2OH. NH2OH, it is nothing but it is known as the hydroxyl amine. You have to remember both name as well as the formula, because board exam can be asked what is the reaction of the aldehyde with the hydroxylamine. In word they can give, or either what will happen if the aldehyde react with NH2OH. Means either they can ask in the word form or either they can ask in the formula form also. So you have to remember both this thing. Hydroxyl amine. Hydroxyl, it means OH. Amine means NH2. So it is NH2OH. Second is hydrazine. Already just now we are done. Hydrazine means what? NH2, NH2. Both this side. It is known as azine is the hydrazine. Now if from the azine one hydrogen, if it is removed and to place C6H5, then it is known as phenyl hydrazine is there. Semicarbazide azide. It means the just NH2NH. C6H5 instead of, if we put the CONH2, then it is known as a azide group is there. Azine, it means 2 carbon. Azide, it is the total 3 carbon. 1, 2 and 3 azide is there. And the last one is 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine. How the marking we have to do? This NH2NH, it means azine is there. Numbering starts from here. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4. So second and the fourth position nitro group is there. So it is 2,4-dinitro. This is benzene ring of phenyl hydrazine is there. So in this way we have to remember the name as well as the structure of it. Now how the addition takes place in this case. Suppose this NH2 combined with in all this reaction it is the condensation reaction only. Then how the addition takes place, just see this. Aldehyde RCONH, just general reaction I am writing. Suppose the aldehyde or the ketone if we write, then this oxygen combined with this hydrogen to form the water molecule given out, and what is left? RCH, double bond it will remain as it is, NOH is there. Either we can put the acetone also here. Suppose if ketone if they ask, then we have to write R. It is aldehyde, either ketone, both the reaction can be applicable for this. Then it is known as the oxime. So remember one thing, with the hydroxyl amine, whatever the product we are getting, it is known as the oxime is there. Same thing with the NH2 and NH2. This 2 hydrogen combined with this oxygen to form what? RCH, double bond N, NH2. Same thing, double bond N, NH2. Then azine, it is converted to the hydrate zone. It is known as the hydrate zone. In case of this also, this 2 hydrogen combined to form the phenyl hydrazone. In this case, again, this 2 hydrogen combined with the oxygen to form water molecule to get the semicarbazone. It it is known as semi carbazone. Azinsa, azone, semi-carbazone. Same thing for this also. This 2 hydrogen we have to combine with this oxygen. Water molecule is given out to form 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazone. So with the ammonia derivatives, there are total the 5 reactions with the NH2OH, with the hydrazine, with the phenylhydrazine, with the semi-carbazide, with the 2,4-dinitrohydrazine. In all this reaction, one water molecule, it is the fixed byproduct because it is a type of condensation reaction. Now the sixth one is a haloform reaction. In the haloform reaction, this reaction is given by aldehyde, all methyl ketones which contain the methyl group CH3, or the alcohol also which contain the CH3 group, methyl group is there. Then how the addition takes place? Then first there is the reaction of the NaOH and the I2. Then when the sodium hydroxide and the iodine, it is warmed, then what do we get? Sodium hypoiodide we are getting. Sodium hypoiodide. This sodium hypoiodide, then it is react with, suppose if I write acetone, CH3, CO, CH3. Then it is changes to this sodium salt of carboxylate ion. So that give the CH3, CO, this oxygen we have to write O, N, A we have to write. So it is the sodium salt of carboxylate ion, sodium acetate we can say, less 1 carbon atom. This CH3 group, this CHI3 iodoform we are getting by the removal of excess of NaOH. So we have to balance this reaction. Its iodine is 3, it's 1. So make it 3 NaOH, and it is CH3CONa, and it forms the 2 NaOH is there. So haloform reaction is what? This reaction is given by aldehyde, all methyl ketones and all the alcohols which contain the CH3 methyl group is there. In this case, when sodium hydroxide, NaOH and the iodine, when they are combined, yellow precipitate is formed. And yellow precipitate, it is nothing but the sodium hypoiodide is produced. This sodium hypoiodide, then it is react with either whatever the present aldehyde or the ketone to form the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. In this case, we are getting the sodium acetate by the evolution of the methyl group which contain carbon atom less, and it gives the iodoform CHI3 by evolution of 2 molecules of NaOH is there. Now the 7th reaction is with aldol condensation. It's very important reaction. In the aldol condensation, one condition is there. This reaction is given by those aldehyde which contain alpha hydrogen atom. Which contain alpha hydrogen atom. Then which undergo this alpha hydrogen atom aldehyde, which react with the dilute NaOH or KOH or Na2CO3 to form beta hydroxyaldehyde. It is also known as the aldol, hence it is known as the aldol reaction is there. So once suppose alpha hydrogen, it means what? Alpha, it means suppose I have written the acetaldehyde, one example. This C double bond OH is the functional group. If before this functional group any carbon having the hydrogen atom which is attached with this carbon, second carbon, then it is the known as the alpha. This carbon is known as alpha carbon. Hydrogen is attached to this carbon, so it is known as the alpha hydrogen atom. Suppose if I write the case of formaldehyde, suppose HCOH, then this functional group, before this functional group, there is no carbon atom is there. So no alpha hydrogen is there. So formaldehyde does not undergo the aldol condensation because it do not contain alpha hydrogen atom. Then this reaction is given by acetaldehyde or it can given by acetone. Why acetone? Because CH3 C double bond O, acetone formula is CH3COCH. C double bond O is the functional group. Both this side carbon atom, alpha carbon atoms are there, and alpha carbon attached to the hydrogen also. So both these side alpha hydrogen atoms are possibilities there. So the aldol condensation is given by aldehyde as well as the ketone, but only those aldehyde which contain the alpha hydrogen atom. Suppose if I take, it is two-step reaction. Suppose if I take the two molecules of the acetaldehyde, suppose CH3COH plus CH3COH in presence of 10% dilute NaOH, either KOH or either Na2CO3. Then how the addition takes place? Out of this 3 hydrogen, we can write in this way also. H. This hydrogen, it is combined with this oxygen. So double bond remove to form a single bond, and this hydrogen, it is attached to this carbon from the lower side. So it will like this CH3COH below this hydrogen. See, I have written same thing. CH3CH I have written because I want to join this molecule also. So now to this molecule continuation, instead of CH3, one hydrogen we have given to the first molecule. Now 2 hydrogen only left. So CH2. We can write in this way also, bifurcate form. C double bond O and H is there. Now see this formula. In this COH, it means aldehyde group is there, and this is alpha carbon atom. Next to the alpha, it is known as a beta carbon atoms. To this beta carbon, OH group is there. Hence, it is known as beta hydroxyaldehyde is there. Step number 2, which is heated, this beta hydroxyaldehyde, if gets heated, then what do we get? Then this H and OH combine and water molecule is given out to form CH3, CH double bond CH, C double bond O, H is there. It is also known as alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde is there. Alpha beta, because this alpha carbon, this is beta carbon, unsaturated means double bond between these two carbon ending with aldehyde. So it is known as alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde. So in this way, aldol condensation, it is again divided into two types. Either the simple or the cross aldol condensation. Either the simple aldol condensation or either the cross aldol condensation. What is the difference between these two condensation? Simple aldol condensation, it means two molecules, if they are same, then it is known as a simple aldol condensation. But if we take the different example, suppose one side if we take the acetaldehyde, other side if we take the propionaldehyde, if the two different aldehydes they undergo aldol condensation, then that type is known as the crossed aldol condensation is there. One more thing we have to remember in this case, suppose instead of aldehyde, if we take the example of the ketone CH3, C double bond O, CH3, that time on the arrow, instead of dilute NaOH, we have to write the BaOH twice. Traces of B, because it is the stronger one to break this bond. So we, instead of this, we have to use the BaOH twice. So this is our the aldol condensation. In the Cannizzaro reaction is given by those aldehyde which do not contain the alpha hydrogen atom. So we can write the two examples for the Cannizzaro reaction. One is the formaldehyde, or as either we can say benzaldehyde. So keep it in your mind, this two example, this two aldehyde example is not undergo aldol condensation but the Cannizzaro reaction, because it do not contain the alpha hydrogen atom. Now how the reaction takes place in this case? When the two molecules of, suppose instead of this, if I write in this way also, HCOH, if this formaldehyde, second molecule formaldehyde, suppose, when it is heated with 50% NaOH, then what do we get? Then that time, suppose we have, it is the, suppose it is the one kind of the reduction. We are taking one hydrogen from here. So total it becomes C1, 2, 3 hydrogen. This oxygen already is there. With this oxygen, this hydrogen it is combined. So to form CH3OH. It is known as what? It is known as a methanol. Hydrogen we are taking. So one kind it is a reduction is there. Reduction it means what? Addition of the hydrogen. Plus COH as it is. And before the COH, instead of this hydrogen, we have to put this ONA. It is known as what? It is, suppose it's minus and it's positive sign. It is known as the sodium formate. By the oxidation. It is by the reduction. So in this reaction, both the reaction takes place simultaneously, oxidation as well as the reduction. Hence, it is known as the redox reaction, or it is also known as the disproportionation reaction also. Suppose if we take the benzaldehyde also, and if one molecule of benzaldehyde and second molecule one, it is the formaldehyde, that means it is known as the cross Cannizzaro reactions. This whatever I have written, it is known as a simple Cannizzaro reaction because both the same molecule I have used. Suppose if you take one formaldehyde and one benzaldehyde, then it was the example of the cross Cannizzaro reaction is there. So in this way, we have done total 8 chemical reactions of the aldehyde and the ketone. Next time we will start with the chemical reactions of the carboxylic acid. Thank you.